is, as of this recording, better at than Patrick Mahomes? To give Carson Palmer the benefit of the doubt, what is Joe Burrow better at as a quarterback in the National Football League right now than Patrick Mahomes?
Losing Super Bowls?
Not a single thing.
Not one.
You can make the argument that he's better in terms of pocket manipulation and moving around the pocket, but Patrick Mahomes is probably just as good at that. I think he's just as accurate. He has a stronger arm. He has more of an ability to throw off platform. He's better within the system of an offense. Look, we're going to keep doing this in the offseason. We keep doing this every year. It's Patrick Mahomes right here. Then there's a gap. It's Patrick Mahomes and everybody else. Everybody else is fighting for tier 2 position right now. But you're not going to get into Patrick Mahomes' level unless you are just consistently so good within the structure of an offense, outside the structure of an offense. I mean, the way Mahomes has developed from being a feast or famine, big play quarterback to basically one of the most efficient quarterbacks we've ever seen play the game. Like the Super Bowl, he didn't throw for over 200 yards, but it was the most efficient 189 we've ever seen.
And he did it on one leg.
On one leg. He was being dragged down by Jordan Davis and completed the pass to Travis Kelce for a first down. You're not going to see that in the NFL. You're not going to find that. So, I mean, maybe you can make the pocket manipulation. Maybe you can say that for Joe Burrow, but really the only thing that Joe Burrow is better than Patrick Mahomes at is looking cooler on Instagram. That's really it right now.
I mean, listen, Patrick Mahomes has done so much more in such little time than every other quarterback. Like it's impossible to put anyone near him. And the fact is that he's probably going to keep winning Super Bowls. He's probably not done. He just lost Tyreek Hill and got better. You know what I mean? It's like Gohan with the Z sword. You know, he shed the golden hair and got stronger. He's like, I don't need this. Patrick Mahomes terrifies me. And I feel like as a team that's gone to the Super Bowl twice in the last couple of years, it's terrifying being a fan of a different team in the NFL right now because it feels like Tom Brady again. Like, how many Reggie Millers are there going to be in the NFL these next couple of years? You know how many Pacers teams, right? The Blazers.
I think the Bills fit the mold here right now. I think this is the ultimate Buffalo Bills situation.
Yeah, like the Bills are probably terrified of having it all happen again.
I think they're kind of screwed. I don't know what their path is. I think the Bills are kind of in a really, really tough spot.
I think the only way you beat the Patrick Mahomes situation is with a defense. I think the Niners would have had a better chance to play.
I think that's why Cincy's their biggest challenge, right? Is they keep all their people somehow. Like Cincinnati, the staff continuity is an underrated part of what's going on here because Zach Taylor and his group, like Lou interviewed a lot of different jobs. It seemed like he was probably going to get the Arizona job, and he's been one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL the last couple of years, and he's still there. And you just look at it and you're like, they're able to keep a lot of their guys, offensive line coach, quarterback, like T is locked in, Jamar Chase is locked in. You look at it and you're like, I think they're best positioned to challenge the Chiefs, and they've also beaten them. Arrowhead at home, like they are the air, and I think that's why the Burrow versus Mahomes conversation comes up. But like you, JP, like it's just that's still tier 2. It's just he's the best. I mean, for me, I would say he's the best tier 2 AFC quarterback right now.
I would say Joe Burrow is probably the second best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Yeah,
but the gap between 1 and 2 is large because we're just not going to see another Patrick Mahomes again. That's not happening anymore.
Yeah. Evan, Buda Baker wants a trade. We talked about that at the top of the program, but if they do it, Buda Baker getting moved and they move D-Hop, what's the point of keeping Kyler Murray around with a new administration and a new coaching staff? What is the point for keeping him around this year?
I'm sure the new administration is furious that they gave him the contract extension. Kyler Murray should have got shopped. I would imagine with these new batch of contract extensions for quarterbacks coming out, Kyler's will look not as scary. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw him. I mean, there's so many things. One, I think the Arizona Cardinals head coach is going to get fired immediately, right?
I don't think I mean, it's wild to see, like, JP, I guess you could speak more to this, right? With Jonathan Gannon, where he was just kind of a fan or an analyst favorite for most of last year. And then the Super Bowl happened. And then it was like, oh, he got completely exposed. They collapsed. They didn't get any pressure. His scheme is actually not that good. Like, I just feel like Jonathan Gannon lost so much goodwill from one game.
I have my questions about Jonathan Gannon and his defense in terms of they are very much we're not going to bring pressure to you. We're not going to force the issue. We're just going to, instead of, okay, so with defense, there are two philosophies: attack, react, or react, attack. Jonathan Gannon is much more of a react attack. We're going to see what you do first, and then we'll go do it. Whereas, I guess a good comparison is Brian Flores, attack, react. We're going to force the issue and force you to react first. That's the biggest issue when it comes to Jonathan Gannon. He is a react attack coordinator who never wants to get out of that. He never wants to escape the react attack area. That's where he feels most comfortable. I'm just very concerned with the staff that he's building. It's a